What's up, everybody? My name is Jaylon Shoots. I am the host of Sit Down with Swaggy Shoots. And today, man, we're just going to talk about some preseason football, some training camp. First off, I want to apologize for not posting in a while, man. It's been a month. I looked and it was a month. I miss you guys. And, life was just hitting. I mean, it was good, but, I was just trying to balance things and, school starting back up and working. I worked three jobs this summer, y'all. I worked three jobs, believe it or not. I worked at Ross, I worked at Planet Fitness, and this right here is a job. Like, a lot of people don't realize that this podcast is a job within itself. Like, it's a lot of things that go within this podcast that people don't see. Like, right now, like, it took me a while to just get in the studio. Like, I wanted to get y'all in the studio and, test different things out, see if it's easier on me editing, because I edit, I produce, I make the script, I try to get talent so we can interview them and stuff. So it's just a lot of stuff that go within a podcast. Part of that is I didn't have anybody to interview. So if you're watching this and you want to be on Sit Down with Swaggy Shoots, if you play sports, if you have a testimony and you just want to come share it, please hit me up. The Instagram, Sit Down with Swaggy Shoots, or underscore under each word. So sit underscore down underscore with underscore Swaggy Shoots. It's a pop up right now, so you guys can follow that and text me. And yeah, I would love to have you on the show. I would love to have you on the show, get to know you, and just share your testimony. But speaking of testimony, I'm always interviewing people. I'm gonna interview myself today. Tell y'all what's been going on with life. We like family, y'all. We like family, so I want to keep you guys keep you in the loop of what's going on. But we're gonna start from the beginning. As y'all knew, like, I was going through it before the summer, like, bad, real bad, depressing. Like, not like, no, oh, he's just going through it. Like, no, it was bad. It was bad, and I felt like nobody was there for me. Like, I felt like I was going through it on my own, and I realized this summer that I wasn't. And I realized this summer that the people that wasn't there for me, it wasn't them. It wasn't their fault that they wasn't there for me. Like, that happened because God placed them away from me at that time and put me in a moment where I can just focus on Him. So I had to do a lot of learning this summer, and I dig deep into the Word and got that wisdom, got that peace. My formula of peace. Wisdom, time, knowledge equals peace. That's my formula that I found out this summer, and I really enjoyed it. But it's a lot going on, like, internally, like, mentally with me, because I used to question God. I used to question God all the time, and that's something that we should not do. But I used to question God a lot, and I don't know if you guys know my story, but you gonna find out today. So basically, when I was in high school, man, like, Southern University was the dream for me. Like, Southern University, being in the band, I wanted to be drum major. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be the first, woodwind to be drum major at Southern. So I was just grinding, practicing back bends, practicing music, and I did all that in high school, all that in the summer of my going into my freshman year. I'm a senior now, like, y'all. I am a senior. Like, I'm really old. I'm really old, but yeah, man. Going into that freshman year, I did everything I can possibly do to become that person that I wanted to be. And I was just grinding, I finally got there. And that was a time where I can say I was genuinely happy. Like, you see me smiling all the time when I was down there at Southern. And the thing was, though, I disobeyed God when I went to Southern, because God was calling me to Dallas Baptist, and I didn't want to go. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't want to go. And I'm going to be honest with you again. I still don't want to be here. Like, that's just me. Like, I don't want to do it. But when God calls you to do something, it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. You know what I'm saying? So it happened. It happened. I went down there at Southern. I was having a great time. I was hanging with my craft brothers, my craft sisters, and then I just got really sick. Like, I have ulcerative colitis. I got really sick. I was in Walmart. I'm just walking, and I'm like, bro, like, what is going on? Like, I just felt like a big whoosh down my body. Like, I could barely walk. I didn't have no energy. Like, it took God for me to get out that store, because, like, my friends was like, what is going on with you? Like, Jaylon, catch up. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying. I just can't. I literally can't right now. So I did that. I was a prideful guy, and that's another thing I learned this summer. In the book of Psalms, it talks about pride and how that's not good. It's not godly. Like having a pride issue is not good. But I was prideful back then, even with my health. Like I didn't want to tell nobody I was going through it. I didn't want to feel embarrassed. I didn't want to like. I feel like I already knew what the deal was. Like I'm getting sick and I gotta go home. Like I already knew, but I didn't want to go home. But I called my aunt, got my mom, and she picked me up. And then later, then I was in the hospital for about a week straight. Like, and that's when the doctor told me, like, if you didn't come when you did, you would have died. And like, when the doctor told me that, me being like a freshman, I really wasn't thinking about it like that. But just hearing you could have died if you didn't come when you came hit hard. You know what I'm saying? It really hit me hard, and I'm just like, man, I'm in there, I'm praying, and I'm still going through it because I still want to be out there. Like I still want to be out there. I worked so hard to get there. Like I really worked my butt off to get into that band, and it just wasn't part of God's plan. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't part of God's plan to be there, and God was calling me here. He was calling me here at DBU. So when everything is going on at DBU, now you guys know the backstory of it. And like, yes, I almost lost my life. Like if I didn't leave, I would not be here. There would not be no sit down with Swaggy Shoots. If I didn't put my pride to the side, I would be dead. Straight up, I would be dead. And when I was in a hospital bed, that's when I realized like I'm not gonna be able to go back. I'm not gonna be able to go back. All that hard work. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, all right, God, you calling me to DBU, let's go. I applied again. I got more scholarships and stuff. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, yeah, okay, I can get down with this. But then it's getting in. What's the problem? Like, getting adjusting. That was the problem. So, I'm coming from an HBCU. And many people, I get this all the time. You're crazy. You're crazy to transfer from an HBCU to Dallas Baptist. And I'm pulling out my phone because the chapel speaker today, it's first day of school, and I'm glad I went to chapel because he was talking about unashamed obedience. And that's something that I had. Like, it was obedience. I was unashamed of being obedient. Being obedient. Because a lot of people was like, you really went to that school and you was at an HBCU? You was in a band? What's wrong with you? And I'm like, you guys are not going to understand what I got going on with me and what the Lord is telling me to do, because I disobeyed him the first time and look where I'm at. I'm not going to disobey him again. If I almost lost my life for being disobedient, if I disobey him again, I might not make it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I just got to be obedient. And now I'm here. And when everything was going on, like these past 4 years, like it's been a long, difficult, hard years at DBU. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like so much stuff happens, and I'm just like I question God. I was like, why? Why call me here? Like I was having fun. Like you couldn't, you know, teach me a lesson down there at Southern, and I can still have fun. Why'd you call me here? You know what I'm saying? And just losing people and getting done dirty, lied on all the time, and you know, feeling like a failure. I'm like, I'm just like, man, like, God, why'd you call me to Dallas Baptist? Why? I don't want to be here. And this summer, in this maturing journey that I've been on, it really answered my questions. Once it happened this summer, and I was just questioning. I was like, all right, I'm done questioning you, Lord. I'm done questioning you. I'm gonna just trust you. Just show me the way. I'm done questioning you. And actually, like my summer, to be honest, my summer began before school let out, because me, like, if you see me, I'm not with anybody. Like, I rock by myself. But the difference was, when you saw me when school was in, I was rocking by myself, but I was depressed and I was not okay with being alone. But now, if you see me, I'm okay with being alone. I'm just alone. I'm a loner. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing, but I'm a loner, and I'm okay with it. I became comfortable with it. That's something that I learned this summer is being comfortable with being alone. Your season of loneliness, and I did a Bible plan called "Your Season of Waiting" with the Bible. I mean, the book going over Joseph, the story of Joseph, and that really helped me. That really helped me. So yeah, I just been in the gym. That no, the first thing I did was getting the word. First thing I did was getting the word and just like, okay, Lord, this is what you're calling me to do. Let me dig deeper into the word and actually apply because it's a difference, but to know something and apply it. So I just been trying to apply it, and I'm just that type of person where I don't need no distractions, bro. I don't need no distractions, and I got to that point now where I found peace. I found peace, and that was one of the best things I could ask for is just finding peace. And I was the type of person who just get upset. Like if something didn't go right or some bull job going on, I'm gonna be upset. But now I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. Like it's nothing or nobody that can disrupt my peace, cause nobody saw what I went to get there. You know what I'm saying? And one day you guys will see exactly the steps I went through to get there. But I'm trying to give you guys like a little, a still little brief understanding of what I went through. But I went through a lot. I went through a lot to get to where I'm at right now. And so, yeah, getting to that word, I learned so much this summer. I completed like 5 Bible plans. Like it was crazy. And I journaled every day. Journal and did Bible study every day. Like right now, I believe I'm on day 87, day 88 consistently. Like no missed days. No missed days. And it just does something for me internally. Like it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good. And now I'm just like, man, if something going wrong, I used to rely on people for my own happiness. I can't do that because people not gonna always be there. People is the reason for you to have peace or you not to have peace. Can you find peace within yourself? Can you be happy within yourself? Can you not rely on people to do good? You know what I'm saying? So I was the type of person to just rely on people, and I was that hero. Anytime somebody needed help, Jaylon Shoots is on the way. I was on the way, and I consider myself a 24-hour person. If you don't watch Swagger, get into that. But I consider myself a 24-hour person, but I'm a different 24-hour person than what I used to be. Like I'm a 24-hour person where I can lead you into the right direction by giving you a biblical answer. But I'm not just going to run to you and do the work for you. No, do the work yourself. But I can help you along that way and like throw you some Bible scriptures to read or, a book of the Bible to read or give you biblical advice. That's something I can do. I can give you biblical advice, but I'm just not finna give you worldly advice and just go and just do it for you. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. So that word perspective, like, man, I'm a big, big advocate of mental health. Now, after going through what I went through, like it's different. Like you see it and you like, man, you feel bad when you're going through it. You feel bad. And I don't want anybody to go through that. I wouldn't want my worst night. I wouldn't want my worst enemy to go through that. I really wouldn't. So that's just something that I learned from that perspective. And I got in the gym. And a lot of people used to try to get me in the gym freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, whatever you want to say. But I didn't want to get into the gym for me. I feel like if somebody try to get you in the gym, like it's good, but you gotta want it yourself. And I didn't want it myself. I just went to have a good time to just hang out with people. But when I was depressed going through it, the gym really helped me get through. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. So that's why I'm so consistent in it now because I made that personal relationship with going to the gym and getting it done. Getting it done. That's what I like. That's what I like to do now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I used to go in the gym and it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing because everybody in there lifting 50, 45 pound dumbbells and up. I'm struggling with 20. Like I'm struggling with 20. But now, like, y'all, when I tell you this journey, like, I weighed 127. I got on the scale yesterday and I weigh 151 now. I weigh 151 pounds now. And that's just been a goal of mine ever since I can even imagine, gain weight. I've been skinny my whole life. And there's nothing wrong with being skinny. So if you're out there and you're skinny, there's nothing wrong with being skinny. That's how God made you. But if you want to change it, do it. Do it. You know what I'm saying? So I got in the gym and I just, when I go in the gym, it also helps me relieve some of that worldly stress that's going on. Like, when I go in the gym, it's time to focus. One thing I be doing now is I listen to gospel music while I'm working out. Listening to gospel music, listening to Christian rap while I'm working out. And boy, that give you a strength that you ain't know you had. Like, I'm listening to Lord, You Are Good, and I'm in there pushing like I'm going crazy. So it's just stuff that you got to do to help yourself. Help yourself. And, it's just a lot. And just obedience. Just be obedient. And back to the thing I was saying, God, why here? Why me? Why me? Every situation I've been through as DVU, outside of DVU, that builds you. That builds you. Like, yeah, it might hurt, but it takes you to realize, do you want it to affect you in a bad way or affect you in a better way? Like, every situation is a lesson in it. And that's the hard part. When you're going through it, you don't see no lesson. You just mad that you're going through it. Trust me, I know. But, once you hit that level of matureness where you're like, okay, I want to do better. I want to do better. I'm tired of this. That's what I told myself. Like, bro, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of being tired. I'm so tired of being tired. So I hit it. I did it. Like, I got into the word and I got into the gym. And now your boy's interning at CBS. And now I'm seeing everything, like, all the questions are being answered. Lord, why? Lord, why? Lord, why? Boom. When I first moved to DBU, I said, okay, I'm from the Fort Worth DFW area. I'm majoring in sports broadcasting. This is a big area for that. You got the Cowboys, you got the Mavericks, you got the Stars, you got the Rangers, and so far, whatever else. Like, this is a big opportunity for me. Like, this is a big market. So I'm like, one day I'm going to get an internship. One day. And it's going to be for something that I love. You know what I'm saying? And it's so many times I got rejected. It's so many times I got rejected. I mean, left and right. Boom. And you get that email like, sorry, thank you for applying, but we have went with a different route. Make sure you keep being connected for other opportunities. I don't want to hear that, man. Like, why? I'm like, all right, boom. Another one. Denied. I'm like, is it me? Is it me? So, that's when I was like, man, Lord, why me? Why call me here? But until I got into that word, and like I told y'all, my summer started before summer actually started. Like, my summer started like a good 2 months before summer actually began. That's when I actually dug deep into it, and I got okay with being alone. And then I took the steps necessary. I told y'all, starting this podcast was something to build my resume, but I fell in love with doing this. Like, I fell in love with doing this podcast, and now this is something that I would say is a hobby, something that I enjoy doing instead of doing it for my resume. This is something I enjoy doing. Like, I love this. This is another job for me. You know what I'm saying? So, just that and sideline reporting for the school, I got that opportunity. I did that. Well, no, God did that. God did that. Whatever you see me doing, whatever you see me achieving, just know that God did that. I'm just the face that you see. You know what I'm saying? I'm the face on the body. God is doing everything. He works through me. Whatever comes out, that's God. If it's bad, that's me. But if it's good, it's God. And I'm just the face you see doing it. You know what I'm saying? So don't give me credit. Give God the credit. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here. Straight up. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here. And now I'm just seeing, okay, Lord, you tested me. It hurt, but just like you said in Jeremiah 29:11, you're not gonna put something in my life that I can't overcome. Everything is gonna be good. You doing all these things for me, you got all these plans for me because you see the good. You'll never do nothing that will harm me. So I'm like, okay, I get through it. All right. Get through it. All right. Get through it. All right. Now, when I hit that prayer and I said, this is a deep personal prayer. If you pray, if you say, Lord, whoever is not supposed to be in my life, take him out, you better be prepared. you better be prepared. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody who I didn't want to leave left. And I'm like, dang, like God, run that back. Like I did not want it to go down this way, but everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Do I miss those people? Yeah, of course. You know, it's not no bad blood between them. It's just God didn't want them in my life, and like God maybe didn't want them in my life for that moment. You never know. Like if they come back, if things work out, then it work out. It could have just been for the moment. So I just been being okay with that, being accepting God's plan, trusting God's plan. Because a lot of people can say they trust God, but do you really trust Him if you complaining? And that's what I have to tell myself. Like, Lord, I'm telling you, I trust you, but do I really trust you if I'm complaining about everything? So I'm like, man, I gotta do better. I gotta do better. So I did that, and now I'm living. I'm enjoying life. I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm not wanting things for myself anymore. Like I want things in my career for sure, but I'm not doing that little personal like, oh, okay, I want this. I want these people in my life. I want to do all no, like be patient. It's all in God's timing. Be patient. So just back to that the speaker in chapel just being obedient. Like your road might be different than everybody else's road. It might be so called embarrassing for you to do what you did. People might judge you, but so what? Like, so what? It's your life, bro. It's your life, and you only get one of them. You only get one of them. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna live my life to the full potential. Like I told my homeboy, this year is personal. This year is very personal to me because for the first time, I don't care if I have people in my circle or not. Quite honestly, I don't have a circle. I have a straight line with polka dots on it. Like them dots represent people. I don't have a circle. I'm out here doing it on my own. Doing it on my own. Yes, I got my family and stuff like, yeah, that's we family. We family. Circle is friends for me. I don't have friends. I have family. You know what I'm saying? You'll know if you family or not. I don't have friends. I don't. And I don't feel bad for that. Like I'm not mad. I'm not sad that I don't have friends. Like it's all right because one day I will. John 13:7 say, "You might not understand the plans I have for you right now, but one day you will. One day I will understand everything that's going on." So I'm not really tripping. I'm not really tripping. Like yeah, I miss those people that I've lost, but at the same time I've gained so much. And man, my one of my professors, Dr. Kenneth Gore, if you watching this, man, it's a quote that you said in class that stuck to me ever since. He was like, sometimes you have to say no to good things to say yes to greater things. And that just stuck. That just stuck. Like it stuck like gorilla glue to me because I say no a lot. Jaylon, you want to go out? Nope. Jaylon, you want to smoke? Nope. Jaylon, you want to drink? Nope. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm only doing things that can better me for my career, better me as a human being, better me as a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing stuff like that. So it's just been a long, deep journey, like a deep wisdom journey that I've gained. And before I get off this topic, I gotta tell y'all this quote by Chadwick Boseman when he was alive and he was at the Howard commencement speech. I post this every time I see it. Every time I see it, I gotta post it because he was saying that sometimes you gotta get knocked down to realize your purpose. Sometimes you gotta fail to understand why God put you on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And for a long time, Every time I failed, I just got upset and would get into my head. But now I wrote on my goals, don't be afraid to fail. Fail builds you. Failure builds you as a for your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like that purpose can lead into your passion. Your past you can be passionate about something, and then that's where you learn your purpose. And your purpose is not your passion. That's what a lot of people need to realize. If you a hooper, you passionate about hooping. Your purpose isn't hooping. That's something you got to figure out. My passion is being the best sideline reporter, being the best sports broadcaster you can think of. Yes, I look up to Stephen A. Smith, but one day I want to overcome him. If you're not trying to be the best, what are you doing? Like, you might as well stay in bed. I'll wake up every day. Every day is another day to get better at something. And I wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get better at this. And this is how I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Every day is another chance to get better. And don't be afraid to fail. I used to be afraid to fail, but I'm not. Like, failure builds you. Failure builds you for your purpose. And now I'm realizing my purpose. Like, yeah, my passion is to be the best, reporter, journalist. But my purpose is to spread the word. My purpose is to be that disciple. My purpose is to change lives for the better good. You know what I'm saying? That's my purpose. It's a difference. It's a big difference. And I know I'm on here preaching and stuff like that. And this is a sports podcast. But, man, when the Lord is speaking to you, you gotta share it. You gotta get it out. You gotta get it out. And that's when I said, like, when I looked and I was like, man, I ain't got a podcast out in a month. And a lot of times I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about. Like, I don't really know what to talk about. You got preseason training camp going on. I don't have anybody to interview. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? But this whole time, I'm just like gaining all this wisdom. And I was like, man, should I share it or not? And then I'm like, share it. The guy gave it to you, share it. Why hold it in? Why not help somebody gain wisdom? I don't know who this podcast is reaching out to, but you might learn something today that you needed to know. You know what I'm saying? And don't thank me for it. Thank God for it, because I ain't do nothing. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. He's the one who put it on my heart to share it. So that's what my summer consisted of. That's what my summer consisted of. My summer consisted of being in the Word. My summer consisted of doing stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can finally say I did something for myself. I was selfish for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you call me selfish now, just know I did it for myself. Like, I did it to become a better me. I did it to become a better man. And that's what I needed. I needed to become a better man. I needed to get more wisdom. I needed this journey. I needed that depression. Yes, I said it. I needed that depression, because that depression built me to who I am today. And I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me. That's not what this is for. Don't feel sorry for me. That is not what this is for. But just know, like, yeah, that depression hurt. It hurts. It stings. You know what I'm saying? It stings real good. But I know that this is who I was made to be. I was made to do greater in the world, And you might not never know when your time is. That's why if you have a dream, go chase it. If it's in God's plan for you, it will never be the right time. If you just sit there and wait on the right time, you just going to be sitting there. Go get it. Go get it done. Because it's never just going to be the right time for you to just, you're never just going to know, okay, it's finally time for me to do it. No. Go get it. Go get it. That's what I had to learn. Like, when I did sideline reporting, go get it. I was just waiting. I'm finally a junior when I did it. Last semester of junior, and I'm like, I got to go get it. I'm running out of time. So just go get it. So, like, all these steps, everything I do is for a reason. Everything I do. That sideline reporting, me dressing up every game I'm dressed up. People asking me, why you dressed up for this? Why don't you wear jeans? I take what I do seriously. Everything is personal to me. I take everything personal. Everything. Even with people, I take it personally. But I don't take it personally to hold a grudge on you. I take it personal for motivation. That's the difference. So when I'm over there getting dressed, staying up to 12, 1 in the morning, writing down people's stats and memorizing it, that's personal. Because I know when that camera turn on, it might be 5 people watching. I don't care. I'm using that to put for the better good. That can get me a job somewhere. That dedication proves to people, oh, he likes what he do. He know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So when I do that, I take that personal. That means everything to me. That means everything. Why you always running? Y'all, I ran the other day. It was 105 degrees outside. I'm still running. That's just because I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated. Not only do I want to have it up here, I want to have it up here. I want to have it down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm running outside, first of all, it helps me. It helps me in my mental. Second of all, ain't nobody else doing it, so why not me? Why not me? I'll be all right. Drink me some water when I get in. Hurry up and get done so you can get the water. That's how I think of it. I'm different. I'm different, and I'm realizing now it's okay to be different. As long as you being true to yourself and being true to the man that God wants you to be, it don't matter what anybody else got for you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know I was talking about Chadwick and I just went rambling, but that's what that speech does to me. Like, that speech is so motivating to me. Like, man, I wish that man was still alive. But that speech is so motivating to me when he said, failure, you got to get knocked down to know your purpose. And when he said, sometimes God will bring people away from you that's holding you back from a door, bring people in that will open the door for you. Like, that stuff is deep. It's deep thoughts to it. It's deep thoughts to it. So I just want to share that. If you guys want to hear more, you got to come talk to me personally. Because I've been rambling. How long I've been rambling for 32 minutes. That's crazy. So now we're going to get into some sports, man. Some sports. So let's get into the Cowboys training camp. Cowboys training camp, it was an incident with Dak Prescott and Trayvon Diggs, and it really wasn't an incident. It's just two teammates trash talking. Like, I don't understand. I do understand, because Dak Prescott is the quarterback for America's team, the most hated team in the world, the Dallas Cowboys. People gotta realize, like, if the camera wasn't on, this would not be. If it was somebody else, it would not be a big deal. Like, they talking smack, and then Trayvon Diggs say, "Shut your boop boop up," and people are like, "Oh, he doesn't respect his quarterback." Da 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 da. But like, that's what's making that team stronger. Like, the competition, the fact that them guys are talking, are being competitive in training camp, that's to show you that they really want to go get it. That they really want to get it. Yes, Dak has been throwing interceptions in training camp. That's what training camp is for. To get the mistakes out the way, to learn, to make mistakes. You got to make mistakes in life, whether that's in sports or outside of sports. You got to make mistakes in life, because if you don't make the mistakes, you're not going to know how to fix it. Period, point blank. I'd rather him have them interceptions in training camp than have it in the game when it matters. And then on top of that, the Cowboys defense is going to be a top 5 defense in the NFL. Should be speaking. They should be a top 5 defense in the NFL, and he's competing against this every day. Every day. So if he wasn't throwing picks, wouldn't y'all be questioning if the defense for real if he wasn't throwing picks? So, like, that's how you know it's the Cowboys. People gonna hate. But I loved it. I loved it. Now, did he have to cuss at him like that? No. But it's trash talk. It's trash talk. That's all it is. It's trash talk. Iron sharpening iron. That's all it is. And you can see Dak been talking mess too. So, yeah, this trash talk. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop with this hate. This hate. Like, at the end of the day, y'all be hating on this man so much and make it personal that y'all don't even realize that he is just a regular human being at the end of the day. He's a regular human being. Like, who put his story out, and people know what he go through mentally, and y'all still thrashing him. So what does that make you? If you're watching this and you talk personal on somebody, what does that make you? Talking personal about somebody over football. Like, are you serious? So that's what I want to say about that incident. Some key players that I think is gonna have a great season for the Cowboys. I was gonna say Oversong. Keep him in the prayers, man. He tore his ACL preseason, so that sucks. That sucks because he was really having a great camp. He was really having a great, like, his first preseason game was amazing. He was gonna have another good one, and then that happened. So you hate to see that, but Jalen Tolbert, I said it. Jalen Tolbert is gonna be a big part of the Cowboys offense. Jalen Tolbert, Cavante Turpin. On the offensive side, that's who I got. I also gonna say the tight ends because of this West Coast offense that they got going on. If you watch the games, you will see that it's like the plays that they run are plays like design plays to open these players up. You know, you're not gonna have them routes where like, oh, we got to see if somebody's open. Like you're gonna have that, but you're gonna have plays that's designed to get these players open. Like the play that Dowdle scored on last week versus the Seahawks, that little dump down, that was designed. Like Tolbert ran in, he cut off the linebacker. I forgot who was in the slot, but he basically got the safety off the route and opened the end zone up for Dowdle. That is a design route. That is a design route. So the Cowboys should be interesting. They should be very interesting. But, you know, we're going to see. People going to hate because it's America's team. But this is the best roster that they done had in a while. So if something don't happen, somebody got to go. I don't know who it is, but somebody got to go. Next on the list, we got Dorian Thompson-Robinson. His preseason, DTR has been going crazy for the Cleveland Browns. He's been going crazy. And I keep forgetting that Deshaun Watson is there. Like, I forget Deshaun Watson is there. But I feel like the Browns, they might be nice. You got Nick Chubb back there. You got Amari Cooper out in the wide out. You got Deshaun Watson. You know, he's getting back into the groove of things and stuff like that. I still don't know all the weapons they have, but they got some weapons. They got some weapons for sure. So, but Dorian Thompson-Robinson, if he doesn't stay with the Browns, somebody's going to pick him up because he can be playing right now. He can be playing right. He's a starting quarterback. So he could start for Washington. Because who wants to watch Sam Howell? Nobody. Nobody. I'm sorry, Sam Howell, but that's not who you think of as a starting quarterback. You don't think of Sam Howell as a starting quarterback. Dorian Thompson-Robinson he got the legs, he got the arms. He's like a dual threat quarterback that's looking very good as a rookie. So that's somebody that I have my eyes on. Miami, they're going to be nice. That man Tua threw a pick his first pass of the game, bro. And I'm an Alabama fan, but the way he threw that pick, I was like, dog. And like people not even noticing the way he just threw himself out there to make the tackle. You cannot do that. Like all the concussions you had, you got hit in the back of the head because you just threw yourself out to make a tackle. You got to be smarter with the way you use your body to it. You got to be smarter because that's where your injuries come from. So you got to do better. But they're going to be all right. I'm just talking about he got to do better with the way he used his body. That's what they got to be worried about. But, you know, Jalen Ramsey went down. He's going to be out for at least 6 weeks. That's going to be tough. But the offense, as long as Tua stay healthy, boy, they just signed. They got the rookie running back out of Texas A&M, speed. You got Jalen Waddle, speed. Tyreek Hill, speed. Like, they're set. The defense, that's where you're going to be lacking at. But they're good. Once Jalen Ramsey get healthy, you got him, Xavier Howard on both sides. That's going to be nice. But a team that people are sleeping on is them Bears. They can be nice. They got some good pickups. Don't they still got Claypool, or am I tripping? I think they still got Claypool. They got DJ Moore, Justin Fields showing out. They might be nice. So I can't wait for football. Like regular season, all starters. Like even though it's preseason, I'm still watching. I done waited so long for football. Life don't seem the same when football season not in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love me some basketball, but it's just so long I can take with basketball. I need some football. I really need some football. So yeah, and I know I hinted to y'all I got the CBS internship, but yes, I am interning at CBS, and so far I've been there. I only worked like 3 days, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing. Just the stuff that I'm learning. Like what I'll say is I've learned some of this stuff in class, right? But actually being there in person and putting it together and making it happen, it's like it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a nice thing to actually be able to do, and it's a blessing to have. And what's funny, I'm gonna get into that is when I got there, I'm doing my little registration and stuff, and her name is I'm not gonna put her name out there, but it was a lady. She was telling me that she read my resume, and she was like, "Your last name is what threw me in." She told them, she said, "I told them they had to look at your resume because of your name." And I was like, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah, that last name Shoots, Jaylon Shoots." She was like, "That's a good name. That's a good sports name." And I'm like, "Man, so I got in here because of my name." I got here because of my name. I'm like, it's a good thing to have, but like I know it's deeper than that. But it was a funny joke to tell me. And then my boss is an amazing person. Like everybody there, even the anchors there so far has treated me with love and just opened me with welcome arms and just told me anything I need, they'll give it to me. Like, if I have a question, just ask. Like, they'll be there for me. They made themselves presentable for me. They made me feel loved. I'm going in there thinking, oh, I'm finna be with people on TV. They finna be stuck up, bougie, all that. I walk in there, what up, man? Dab me up, cracking jokes with me and stuff, all that. And I'm just like, man, this is amazing. This is amazing. So I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly all I do. Just know that I do a lot. I'm finna be doing a lot, and I'm so excited and blessed. I'm so blessed and thankful for this opportunity, and all the glory goes to God. All the glory goes to God, man. And I would honestly say, if I didn't go through that depression, I would not have this internship. I needed that depression. I needed that depression. I needed that lesson to learn and grow. Like I've grown this summer. I really did grow this summer, and I'm okay. I'm okay. I made it. I made it through. I made it through. A lot of it. It felt like I wasn't gonna make it, but I made it. I turned out okay. You know what I'm saying? I turned out. I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. I'm a wise guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even looking for none of that. Like no relationship, no friendship. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not even looking for it because I'm just so determined. I'm so determined to get to where I need to be, and ain't nothing gonna stop me. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. Like I'm so weird. Like when I watch movies, I think of the quotes that they be saying, and I apply it to my life. I apply it to my life, and I just been getting in touch with this villain role because most of the time the villain is not really the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like in Creed, Dame, is he really the villain? Like, is he really the villain? In Black Panther, Killmonger, like, is he really the villain? Like, no, their actions make them villains, but their true thoughts, like, does it really make them a villain for what happened to them? You know, I feel like these past few years I've been painted to be a villain. I've been painted to be a villain by people, and I'm just like, I'm just embracing it. I'm embracing it. I'm embracing it, and I'm becoming the man who I want to be. I'm becoming a man that doesn't care about what others think of him, except for God. All I gotta do is please God. As long as I'm doing that, I'm good. I'm Gucci. So, yeah. How long we been doing this? Oh man, we've been 44 minutes. Y'all got a good episode today. I told y'all I was gonna make it up, but I promise y'all, school has started back, and we not stopping with this podcast. We're gonna keep going. The only way to go is up. This has been another episode of Sit Down with Swaggy Shoots. I am your host, Jaylon Shoots. Thank you guys for being with me. Thank you for this journey. I love y'all and I miss y'all. And the only way to go is up. Love y'all. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, he can't love you like I love you when it's plain to see. Baby, come talk to me. This where you supposed to be. Hey, he can't love you like I love you when it's plain to see. Baby, come talk to me. This where you supposed to be. Hey, he can't love you like I love you when it's plain to see. Baby, come talk to me.